Hello and welcome to Moonshot Nutrition. My name's Addison, and today we're going to talk about 3 basic tips that anybody can use to really increase the effectiveness of whatever diet works for them. Now, in the previous video, I discussed what is an optimal diet and how you can find it. These are 3 tips that help people once they find a diet that works really well or they feel is optimized for you. Okay, this is how you further tweak it to make it really benefit you in the best possible way. Rule number 1, treat carbohydrates as minimum effective dose. Now, I don't care as much about whether or not they're high glycemic or low glycemic carbohydrates. While that does help some people, you will find that it's far more important to track how much carbohydrate is in your diet, not how fast the glycemic index is. That's not to say I want to see refined carbs in anybody's diet, but that is to say that you'll find that 5 grams of table sugar isn't near as bad as, say, 100 grams of potatoes, even though they are technically slow and fast acting and so on. So, minimum effective dose. And the way you find your minimum effective dose is when you figured out what kind of dietary plan works for you, try reducing your carbs fairly low for a week. So 20 to 40 grams, nice and low. Now, if at the end of that week your energy's dying, your hormones don't like you, you're just not feeling at the top of your game, add 10 more grams. And do that week in and week out until you find the level that you want. And the reason I tell people do it for a week, if you just do it for a day, you're not going to know that it was actually the carbohydrates that were or were not making the difference. Okay? There's so many other things in the biological world that can cause a radical change in how you feel that you're doing yourself a disservice when you don't give yourself at least a week to really see how your body responds. Second tip, fats. Don't be afraid of them. Don't be afraid of eating too many of them. Okay, yes, if you down a crap ton of any kind of oil, yes, you will end up lubricating yourself and get what Dave Asprey calls disaster pants. But if you simply treat fat as eat plenty of fat in the meal such that the meal tastes delicious, you'll almost always get plenty of fat. If there's a type of fat like avocados, bacon, eggs, right? All of these different things that you really like to eat, keep going. Don't worry about it. The only thing you need to worry about concerning fat is 2 simple rules surrounding fat. Number 1, make certain it's a natural source of fat that came from a healthy organism and isn't refined. Okay? So that means that I don't care about fat that's on properly raised bacon. That's not going to hurt me. Canola oil, aka rapeseed oil, is stuff that is highly processed. It requires a chemical bath to remove it from the seeds, and then it usually has to be deodorized. Well, that doesn't sound like a good, healthy, natural fat. Okay, plus it tends to be GMO to boot, right? Soybean oil, same problem, except it oxidizes much faster. All of these really hard to obtain oils are highly processed, therefore they are bad. Okay, but for instance, the fat on a grass-fed steak, wonderful for you. Not going to hurt you a bit. Okay, the fat in an avocado, nuts, seeds. Okay, things that came out of nature, oddly enough, tend to produce natural, good, healthy fats when they're minimally refined. And if you're looking for oils that are minimally refined, avocado oil, extra virgin olive oil, and extra virgin coconut oil. All right. And by the way, use those from a culinary perspective. Don't start drinking them thinking you will get some mysterious benefit. You really won't, okay? Just use them to produce yummy, tasty food and you'll do great. Lastly, when it comes to your fiber and protein, try to get these from real foods. And this kind of ties in with the whole get rid of processed foods as best you can. But a lot of people think, okay, I'm going to be healthy, and I'm going to do that by adding a ton of fiber and protein via powder. Well, I'm not saying you can't add a little bit, right? 1 or 2 protein shakes if you don't have time in the day, a little bit of fiber powder in the morning or in the evening can work for people, but try to get the majority of this stuff from real meat, real eggs, Okay, lettuce and avocados and nuts and the things that actually have protein and whatnot, real sources of these food groups. You will get a much better result, I promise. Once again, I hope this has helped. Please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and as always, and most importantly, share any good knowledge you learned here today with those that you love and make the world a better place. My name's Addison. This is Moonshot Nutrition. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.